Welcome back to Out of the Rough. I'm Fred Arnold. I'm here with Dennis DeYoung. Dennis DeYoung is a certified financial planner, and if I'm reading this right, he was selected as one of the top wealth managers for the LA Business Journal.
That's right.
And so a true expert when it comes to the market. And I want to talk about building wealth. I want to talk about ways people can start building back. Well, I always talk about that. Their 401ks dropped down to their 201k, and now they're back to 301k, right? But people's savings have really taken a hit recently in the market. And I want to talk to you about some of the principles that the community needs to know about building their wealth back up. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that one of the greatest ways to build wealth is something that's automatic. When you make a mortgage payment, it's automatic. When you're saving for your 401k or your college savings plan, it's automatic. Let's talk about procrastination and getting to it.
Well, Fred, that's a good topic you bring up because it's actually the biggest enemy that we have to investing is procrastinating. People put off what they know they should be investing. I think fundamentally people understand that investing is a good idea. You need to set aside money now for a rainy day down the road. Whether it's for retirement or college funds, it's very important to save money. And there's a technical term that we use called dollar cost averaging, but really what people understand is it's $50 a month, it's $100 a month, whatever it is. The important thing is to start saving now and put money away, whether it's for a specific purpose or not, it doesn't matter. They need to start saving. And regardless of how the market goes up and down, that's going to happen all the time. But the most important thing is to set aside money every month and invest.
Well, one of the key principles, I think, is you make it automated. And so I don't care if it's $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100. You have to start somewhere. And usually you start at work with your retirement plan if you are fortunate enough to have a retirement plan. Or you start when your first child is born and maybe just start early those dollars. So let's talk about some of the different kinds, different ways in which people can build wealth. And I want to specifically talk about the 401k and the fact that you're not paying tax on that money.
Not only are you not paying tax on the growth as it earns, but as the money goes into your account, it's actually done pre-tax. So for every dollar, for example, that goes into your 401k, it really only costs you maybe 60 cents on your paycheck, because otherwise you'd be paying money to the IRS, the Franchise Tax Board, and other taxes would be eating up your money. But by investing in a 401k or another type of tax-deferred qualified plan through work, you're really investing at more money for less. You're getting a bigger bang for your buck. Right. And so in addition to that, of course, all the growth is tax deferred. Now, some 401k plans offer the ability to take a loan against it. If you have an emergency, you need to take money. But for the most part, you want to try to avoid doing that. You want to look at your retirement money as a sacred cow, sort of it's the last money you ever touch, because sure. Social Security, we don't know if it's going to be there when we retire. Let's be frank. I'm a little doubtful that by the time we retire, Social Security will be around in the present form that it is right now. So whether we have to wait longer or the money will be less, I don't know. But we need to take our retirement into our own hands.
Yeah, and that's really important. And when it comes to retirement, some people don't have a 401k through their employer. Yeah. So they have to open up a Roth IRA or a IRA. So tell us about the IRA and the Roth IRA.
Well, the Roth IRA is a tax-free account, but it's not deductible. That's the big difference. Depending on your income limitations, there are some limitations on contributions to the Roth IRA. But basically, if you're under age 50, you can put in $5,000 per year into a Roth IRA. That money will grow tax-free, and when you go to take it out after the age of 59 and a half, it's completely tax-free. It's not taxable.
Because you pay taxes before you put it in.
Exactly. It's after-tax money that goes into the Roth IRA. But in this day and age where we're looking at higher taxes down the road, it's great to have something like a Roth IRA.
Yeah, who knows where taxes are going to be?
We have no idea. But the Roth IRA is a unique animal. It's called an IRA, but it's basically a tax-free savings account. If you're over 50, you can actually do $6,000 a year and catch up an extra $1,000. It's a great vehicle, and most people don't take advantage of a Roth IRA. Yeah. You have to have active income, though. You can't be retired and contribute to a Roth IRA. You have to do it while you're working. The other types of, you're right, many people don't have a 401k or a 403b, which is for like nonprofit organizations. But if you're self-employed, but a lot of people are, they're able to take advantage of some special, unique type of retirement plans that are offered only for self-employed people. One of them is called a SEP IRA, Simplified Employee Pension Plan. And they're able to put in as much as 25% of their net income from their business, again, pre-tax, and let it grow tax-deferred for retirement. There are simple IRAs for small companies. There's a whole plethora of retirement accounts that are out there. Again, the key is not procrastinating, not putting it off, not waiting till another day. But to find out now, go find a professional, talk to your accountant, whoever it is that you trust, and ask them about the different options. There are a lot of different options out there. And again, the biggest problem that we encounter, that I've been in this business for 25 years, and it's just a procrastination factor.
Yeah, and I think if you make it automated, you make it automatic out of your checking or savings account, it really helps you. Let's talk about, well, I have 4 children.
Yes.
And college is coming up. You have 2 that's entering college here soon.
Yep.
I started saving, when they were at a young age for college, just a little bit. I figure if you set aside $50 a month when they're born, it really grows. So let's talk about college custodial accounts and 529B. What are the 2 differences?
Well, good question. Again, it goes back. The earlier you start, the less money you have to save. If you wait until your child is in elementary school even or junior high, it's too late sometimes. I mean, you still do it, but you're trying to catch up and you're having to save more money. So like you did, you started when they were first born, when they were very, very young. That's the ideal. I started for my 2 children before my children were even born. Okay, and when my wife was pregnant, I started setting aside money every month for their college funds, because I know it's a big difference nowadays, a college education for the income that your children can earn.
And it's very important, whether it be college or trade school or really getting that jump start in life.
Exactly. The custodial account, you asked about the 2 kinds of accounts. The custodial account, the money can be used for anything. It could be used to buy a first home. It could be used to start a business. It could be used for other purposes than college.
Tutoring.
Tutoring is good. Braces sometimes. Yes. Maybe a private high school. Whatever the custodian, usually the parent, decides is how as long as it's for the benefit of the child, that money can be used for the child's benefit. The other plan you mentioned is 529 plan. It's a plan that's specific for college. It is a tax-free account. As long as it's used for college, room, books, tuition, that type of thing, the money is completely tax-free. The string on that is that it has to be used specifically for college expenses. So I advocate in many cases to do both, okay, or to do the custodial account first, and if you get to a point where you're having to file tax returns for your son or your daughter, then contribute to the 529 plan. The custodial account, you can be the custodian all the way to age 21, which means you can control that money.
Because trust me, if there's a lot of money in there, a 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid maybe doesn't have the same discretion if the money's building up.
That's absolutely true. And California, by the way, is the only state where you can actually remain the custodian until age 21. Every other state in the union, the age of majority is 18. So absolutely, I recommend when you set up a custodial account that you remain the custodian, and you have to maybe set it up in the right way when you set it up, but make sure that you're the custodian at least until age 21.
Right, great. We're going to jump to a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk with Dennis about the different types of investments you can get involved with to help get you out of the rough and into success.